Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Wednesday wherever you are. Yes, this week we are right at the tippy top, almost there, getting there. Good morning to you, and I hope that you are having a wonderful time wherever you are, and indeed a great day so far. Thank you so much for joining in today. Excited to be here with you. Another great book comes our way, and this one is called My Friend Earth. And we've seen with all the extreme weather conditions happening, whether it's hurricanes coming in much later than we expected, or heavier floods, no rain in some places, way too much rain in others, so many things happening, and just constant reminders that we need to take care of this planet. We need to take care of Earth, this planet that does so much for us. Thank you so much for joining in today. And today we are definitely going to be reading about Our Friend Earth. And this one is written by Patricia McLachlan and illustrations by Francesca, SANNA. And of course, we're reading this one with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. A big good morning to you and welcome to Storytime. Please let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. And let us know how you like our book for today. Thank you so much for being here indeed, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. And for those of you that were able, I hope that you were able to vote. Thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, so many measures on there. So proud of some of the measures that I've gone through, and like we know here too in San Francisco, in California, for example, we know that there was a measure on abortion, and that went through, that enshrines it in the Constitution. Health, women's health rights, and so absolutely applaud that one. And there are many others too that that went through that I was so proud of, and of course still waiting on some results, but it's happening. And please, thank you for turning up, thank you for supporting, thank you for reminding a neighbor to go and vote. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Glad that we're here together. We do have a wonderful book that reminds us to take care of our earth. Thank you so much for joining in today. Good morning to you. How are you doing, Sarah and Nathan out in sunny Illinois? We missed yesterday because Amanda was working as an election judge. Well, thank you, Amanda. I know that last year you did that, or at least the last election cycle you did that too. So thank you so much for your service indeed. Thank you for turning up for all of us, turning up for your community. But we're back as ready for today, as beautiful story with friends. Well, thank you so much for joining in. Appreciate you. Absolutely missed you. Thank you for joining us live today. I'm glad that you're here, and I hope that everything went smoothly, went well. And yeah, it is civic duty, civic right. It is your right indeed to express that vote if you're able. So thank you so much for joining in, and I hope that you're ready for today's story. Thank you for being here with us. Please let us know where you're joining in from, and let your friends know that we're here at Storytime reading amazing books, amazing picture books. And so let us together keep reading. And please send me your recommendations so that we can bring them here to Storytime. My friend Earth is coming right up. Thank you so much for joining in today. I hope you're ready for this one from Chronicle Books of San Francisco. A beautiful one indeed. One that has been here to Storytime not as many times as I thought. I was looking back and found that, oh, maybe we've only read it 3 times, maybe 2. And so that was a little bit of a surprise to me because I love this one so much. And I just thought we had brought it back many more times. But trust me, it will be back many, many more times. Thank you so much for joining in. My friend Earth coming up very shortly. Join me on the other side of this short break when we're back for more story time. Thank you indeed, friends, for joining in today. I am glad that we're here together. Join me on the other side of this very short message. Thank you for being here with us.
Hi, friends. My name is Christy, and I am the author of A Heart in the Sand, also known as Un Corazón en la Arena. Now, this bilingual book is about tesoros, or treasures, and something that I treasure is my friendship with Mr. Lamada. So I have a challenge for you. Share this story time with someone who you treasure, and we can all spread the literary love.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining me back. Welcome back to Storytime. Thank you for being here. Just looking at the books that we have over here, some amazing titles, and we definitely will be bringing them back to Storytime, and some of them brand new will be coming back here to will be coming to Storytime. But today we bring back a favorite. This one is called My Friend Earth, and this one is written by Patricia MacLachlan, and this one is illustrated by Francesca SANNA. And we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And also, I must say, too, our special mention for today, special mention for today is Ivy and Bean Get to Work, Book 12. And I especially highlight this one today, too, because not only that Annie Barrows is amazing, we know that, and Sophie Blackall, too. 2 brilliant creators here, 2 brilliant personalities as well, but also that there is a Netflix series now of Ivy and Bean, or at least Netflix movie that is out. So if you like Ivy and Bean, or you've not read much of it but would like a way in, watch it. It is there on Netflix, Ivy and Bean. And then of course you can check out, this one was book 12, so we can always go back to the beginning, but this is book 12, and I thought we should highlight that one today. And of course, saying hello to you, Annie Barrows, as well. All right, we're in for a treat. Lots of just beautiful, stunning illustrations in this one, so enjoy. And lots of cool cuttings too, that I hope that when you get this book from your library, you're able to see all the little, like patent cats and so on. Really cool. This one is called My Friend Earth. Yes, our friend Earth. Written by Patricia MacLachlan, illustrations by Francesca SANNA, and we're reading this one with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. As always, a big thank you to them indeed for allowing us to read stories here on Storytime. And of course, a big shout out to you, Ariel, and of course, Melissa Manlove as well. Big helps out there at Chronicle Books. Like, look at that. So cool. Who's that one sleeping? Looks cozy, doesn't it? My friend Earth wakes from a winter nap. Oh, is that how you wake up too? One eye first? My friend Earth wakes from a winter nap. Oh. I actually found it easy to wake up today. I must say that. I was proud of myself. Look at that. There's a cool cut in there too in the page. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. She hears the busy spring sounds. The farmer's hoe tap-tapping in the garden. Oh. What did you hear this morning when you woke up? My friend Earth wakes from a winter nap. She hears the busy spring sounds. The farmer's hoe tap-tapping in the garden. The caws of the crows. Some pleasant sounds to wake up to, aren't they? The caws of the crows. She sees the little, the silent sea, the spider spinning silver, the robin and the wrens. Oh, so much. Did you see the tiny today? Did you see the little? My friend Earth wakes from a winter nap. She sees the little, the silent seed, the spider spinning silver, the robin and the wrens. So much to see, so much to celebrate. Look at that page cut, right? Oh, and sees the lodge too. The long-winged albatross crossing the sea. The moor tunneling under dark. Can you see the moor? Yeah, camouflaged in there, but it's right there. She guides the chimpanzee to her night nest. Yes, she sees the tiny, the silent, but also the large, the long-winged albatross crossing the sea, the moor tunneling in the underdark. She guides the chimpanzee to her night nest. Doesn't chimpanzee look cozy? Oh, yeah. And the zebra baby to find his mother in the hundreds of black and white striped mothers. Oh, good luck. Good luck in that. Yes, indeed. She guides the baby zebra to find his mother in the hundreds of black and white striped mothers. Oh, Earth, you are a good friend. Look at another cut in there. Can you see it? Yeah, there's that beautiful cut in there. She tends the prairie where sand-dappled wild horses run through grasses that swish against their legs. Oh. Oh, isn't that a majestic scene? These powerful horses running through this grass that is swishing against their legs. You know who makes that possible? Our friend Earth. Yes, she tends the prairie where sand-dappled wild horses run through the grasses that swish against their legs. Also, she tends the tundra where the reindeer graze for moss. Aww. And the glistening ice where the young polar bear pads on mittened feet. Looking, waiting for dinner. Yes, she tends the tundra where the reindeer graze for moss, and the glistening ice where the young polar bear pads on mittened feet. Everything sounds so cozy. Cold, but cozy. She guards all the creatures in all the oceans. The black manta rays, sleek like shadows. Can you see them? The shining parrotfish, the tiny krill who swim with millions of other krill to look big. And of course, the whales who are big. Yes, she guards all the creatures in all the oceans. The black manta rays, slick like shadows. The shining parrotfish. The tiny krill who swim with millions of other krill to look big. And of course, the whales who are big. Our friend Earth guards all of the creatures, big and small. Oh, thank you, Earth. You are special. My friend Earth pours the summer rain to fill streams, flowing down mountains, through the fields, to the rivers, to the sea. Isn't that a stunning spread? I love this picture right here. My friend Earth pours the summer rain to fill streams, flowing down mountains, through the fields, to the rivers, to the sea. Look at that cut too in the page. Love it. Sometimes she pours too much rain. Flooding towns and meadows and roads until she dries the land. Yeah. Sometimes too much. Until she dries the land. More cute cuts in that page too. Love this one. Just reminds me of fall, doesn't it? Sometimes she blows fierce autumn winds, sweeping the limbs off of trees and shingles from the roofs of barns. Too strong, those winds. Way too strong. Sometimes she blows fierce autumn winds, sweeping the limbs off of trees and shingles from the roofs of barns. Yes, that happens too. Another cute cut. Oh, so many. I'll stop. Well, until she stills the wind. So red and orange and yellow leaves float to the ground. Yes, sometimes she blows fierce winds that cause havoc, throwing things around until she stills the wind. So red and orange and yellow leaves float to the ground. Isn't that a pretty sight? Look at the cut too to match the leaf. The spark, love it. When cold comes again, my friend Earth sprinkles the snow, whisper silent, covering the dens where the baby black bears are born in soft darkness, drifting over the icy pond where the turtle sleeps in mud, settling into the emptiness of birds. Yes, indeed. When cold comes up again, comes around again, my friend Earth sprinkles the snow, whisper silent, covering the dens where the baby black bears are born in soft darkness, drifting over the icy ponds where the turtle sleeps in mud, settling into the emptiness of birds. Clever turtles they are. Under the white, the silent seed is cradled in the dark soil. Can you see it? Maybe not. Under the white, the silent seed is cradled in the dark soil, watching. Yeah. The silent seed is cradled in the dark soil, watching, waiting. Waiting. The silent seed is cradled in the dark soil, watching, waiting. Waiting for what? Waiting to fly up again in the warm, bright sun of spring. Oh, yes, indeed. And guess who's there to watch and tend? Our friend Earth. Another cute cut too. You can see that. And that is the end of our story for today. Thank you so much for joining in, friends. I hope you enjoyed that one, my friend Earth, and got to see all the different things that this beautiful planet does for us. Thank you so much for joining me today on Storytime. Please join me on the other side of this very short break.
Hello, I'm Olalu Ogunyemi, officer in the United States Marine Corps and author of Crow from the Shadow. You are tuned in with my brother on Storytime with Mr. Lamada. Enjoy and God bless.
Good morning indeed. Thank you so much for joining me back on Storytime. I hope that you enjoyed our story for today, my friend Earth. And of course, that is our friend too, Arthur Olaolu Ogunyemi, who's now Major Olaolu Ogunyemi. Love it. Congratulations on your promotion, brother. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you enjoyed this one. My friend Earth, a beautiful one indeed, and just a reminder of the many things that this wonderful planet does for us. And I hope that we can play our part, our tiny part, which is so important still in making sure that this Earth is protected, that this Earth is a little bit better. Thank you so much for joining in today. I am glad that we are here. And of course, we appreciate you here. We love you here on Storytime. And I hope that, we're back again tomorrow and enjoying more stories together. And of course, we will be reading Neighbors, this one by Kasia Denisovich. It is coming back to Storytime, a beautiful one indeed. Join in tomorrow and let's learn how to be good neighbors. Thank you for being here on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And indeed, I hope that you will join us tomorrow and get to enjoy that one. And of course, if you want more Storytime, we're available at storytimewithmrlimada.com and as well as Storytime with Mr. Limada on Facebook and YouTube and of course on Instagram as well. Find us on those socials and get to see what's coming up. And of course, special mention for today, Ivy and Bean, Get to Work, book 12. But of course, remember too that there is the Netflix movie of Ivy and Bean. Get to watch that and enjoy it. Hopefully, maybe on Friday when we are off. And I hope that you too have the day off where you are. I think it is a federal holiday, right? Thank you so much for joining in today. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. Appreciating you, Amanda, for your service indeed to your community, to all of us. Thank you so much for joining in. And to everybody that was here with us, sending you love and big hugs. Thank you so much for joining us today on Storytime. Thank you, Amanda. And of course, Sarah and Nathan, thank you for joining us out in sunny Illinois. Thank you indeed. Missed you yesterday, but we're glad you were back here today. And of course, we carry you with us in our hearts all the time. And Amanda, thank you for what you were doing yesterday. Thank you indeed for joining in Storytime today. And I'm glad that we were here together to enjoy a beautiful book, a beautiful reminder, a valentine, a letter to our beautiful planet. This one I love so much. Thank you for joining in today. It is written by Patricia MacLachlan and illustrations by Francesca, SANNA. And of course, we were reading it with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for joining in. Tara McNamara, good morning to you. And of course, Erin and Clara, how are you doing today? You say it is cold out in Massachusetts this morning. We missed the last couple of days because we finished moving. Well, congratulations to you. Job well done. And I hope that you're settling into that new place. And I'm curious too, what does finished moving mean? Is it everything is moved into the new place, or is it everything is finished unpacking? And I will be pretty amazed too, because that move went by really quickly. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Absolutely appreciate you. Soraya and of course Sharon Lungo joining us right here in Oakland. Thank you so much for joining us. Much love to you. And of course, hopefully see you soon. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. Good morning to you. Now comes the unpacking and adjusting to new space. Yes, Pamela Courtney and Tara McNamara. All the best if that's where you are right now. Sending hugs of comfort to all the way from the booth. Well, thank you so much for joining in, Pamela Courtney. Appreciate you. And of course, thank you for joining us today. Braylon and Chad, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining in. Lydia Yamaguchi, thank you for joining us all the way out in Japan. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, but really good, very late night in Tokyo. Well, thank you so much for joining in, Lydia. And of course, Steve and Joy sending you love, 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 love all the way. Extra special hugs to all of you. And thank you for joining us Storytime for a late night story. Thank you for being here. Absolutely appreciate you. And I hope that you do have a restful night and, of course, more adventures tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Or is it today for you? Thank you so much for joining in. Have yourselves a beautiful night. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime Live. Good morning to you, Ali Amin. How are you doing today? And of course, Jessica joining us from Washington. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciations to you. Hugs. Thank you for joining us. And yes, I'm excited too. I think I've mentioned this already. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever is coming out, and is out. Some people have already seen it, but I'm seeing it on Friday, so I'm super excited. And I hope that you'll get to see it too. Thank you so much for joining in. I just love how Earth is seen and portrayed in this story. Diversity empowers, diversity matters. Congratulations, Major. Yes, absolutely. Congratulations, Olaolu Ogunyemi and Pamela Courtney. Well put. That is definitely a perspective I appreciate, and I love that you are able to articulate that for us today. Thank you so much for sharing that. I just love how Earth is seen and portrayed in this story. Diversity empowers, diversity matters. Thank you so much, Pamela Courtney. Absolutely appreciate you. Thank you indeed. Lydia Yamaguchi reminding us that today is Thursday out there in Japan. Well, thank you so much for joining in. You've been listening to Storytime for 2 days. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. And of course, too, this picture that you're seeing was shared with us by Lydia Yamaguchi out there in Japan. So thank you, Lydia, for this amazing scene. And of course, we'll be sharing a few more from your travels. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for sharing these beautiful scenes with us, getting us to travel with you along. Thank you so much for joining in, everybody. This has been Storytime for this Wednesday, Thursday in Japan, and whatever day it is where you are. But this has been Storytime for this Wednesday morning, and this has been Storytime for today. This has been My Friend Earth, and of course, please find it where you find books. Find it at your local library. Thank you so much for joining in today. Tomorrow we're back again, of course, and we will be reading Neighbors. This one by Kasia Denisovich, and of course, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. So be sure to join us for those tomorrow. But of course, today sending you extra hugs, extra love, and I hope that you have a wonderful day where you are. And of course, Tara McNamara and Erin and Clara, thinking of you as you are in that moving process, doing everything that should be done. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. I will see you again tomorrow. Inshallah, I see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. Much love, hugs, hugs, hugs. And thank you for being here, friends. And I hope that you have a wonderful day indeed. Thank you so much to everybody that, played their part. However you are able to participate in this election process, whether it was helping somebody get to the polling station, whether it was dropping off a ballot for somebody, whether it was, telling a neighbor, whether it was making sure the polling station was safe, whether it was making sure, whether you were the judges there counting, and of course, having to deal with so many different personalities, we thank you. Clara, of course, thank you as well. Amanda West, thank you. And everybody else who played their part, thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Much love from me, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
It brings to life your favorite stories with this great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people that look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people that look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories, some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.